Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jackie and Stephana here with Happily Married Couples, and we are today talking about the top binge-worthy shows for couples. So we want to hear what your shows are. We're going to share what ours are, and we're going to share what some of our peeps on social media said that they're must watch, must binge watch shows for them and their spouse. All right. So as you guys are coming in, logging in, just let us know where you're joining us from and shout out the first show or the most recent show that you binge watched in the comment section as we get ready. All right, are we live?
Yes,
All right, you got your binge worthy shows ready?
I do.
All right,
I actually remember them.
let's see what we got over here in the groups. Is that one? All right. So we've said before that we're not really the binge worthy, or binge watching couple. We don't do a whole lot of TV watching. Period. Every once in a while we binge watch, um, and there's not very many shows that we binge watch together that we're both really into. So we're going to try to find today in the course of this conversation, because we don't have these prepared in advance, which shows that we agree are binge watch worthy for us. Right?
Yeah, good.
That'll work. All right. So let us know, y'all.
What's happening, Nicole?
What's up, Nicole? So as you come in, let us know what the most recent show that you've binge watched was
With your spouse?
with your
Yeah.
spouse. We'll do that with your spouse.
We might have more that we could talk about that we've been binge watched
All right.
individually, but
Yeah, we got a few that we binge watched, but there's been a couple that have crossed over that have been both of us that have enjoyed it. Whether it was in like, hey, we're gonna sit down and watch this, or we just got caught up. Hey, what's up, Ken?
How y'all doing, Reese's?
Glad y'all can make it. So today we are talking about binge worthy shows for couples. All right. Let us know real quick as soon as you come in. Don't think too long. What's the most recent show that you have binge watched together with your spouse?
Somebody tell us before we tell y'all the first one.
All right, I'm gonna do some.
Y'all might be like us and not binge watch much.
Nah, there's some binge watchers on here. All right, I'm gonna make sure that we are logged in. We are streaming live. We are good to go. All right, y'all. Let's hear it. So, for those that are joining for the first time,
Cosby Show. I love it.
we just found out the Cosby Show was on Amazon Prime the other day. Watched a couple episodes.
Yeah.
We did binge watch a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like it. I like it. So if you're joining for the first time, maybe you're like, man, I didn't know y'all was doing this, or maybe you've even never even heard of us. We are Jackie and
Stephana.
We're the Bledsoes, and we're the founders of Happily Married Couples, a marriage brand and ministry that helps couples do three things. One, we help couples connect deeper. Two, we help couples communicate better. And three, we help couples create marriages worth celebrating. So we started doing these Facebook Lives at 5 o'clock Monday through Friday over 4 weeks ago. Like what, about a week or two, about a week, I guess, into the stay-at-home order,
Right.
or whatever. We were self-quarantining probably at the time,
Yeah,
and it wasn't. Yeah, we weren't mandated by the state yet. So we're like, okay, we know couples are in close quarters, and the whole family, and many of them are homeschooling that they've never homeschooled before, and trying to work and spending more time with each other in close quarters than they ever have probably in the history of their marriage for an extended period of time, I should say. So things can jump off. So we figured it would be really good for us to come on and provide an outlet, provide some good practical stuff to do during quarantine to help bring your marriage together. Because the end goal is we want to help you, and we want to work on the same thing, not just survive COVID-19 as a couple, but thrive through COVID-19. And when you come out of this bad boy, your relationship should be even better than it was when you went into it, because some of the things that you put into practice. So that's what we're here to do today. And today we're going to have a little bit of fun, and we're going to talk about binge watching. And we're going to have to binge watch something then before next week so we can share how it was.
Okay.
Are we going to do that? You didn't sound too excited about that.
There's nothing. I spend more time binging the channels, scrolling, trying to find something than I do. By the time I'm done with that, I'm too tired to stay awake for a show.
That's why we're doing this right now.
Okay.
So we don't have to scroll or nothing. We're going to talk. We're going to share. Y'all scrollers like us, you're going to get some ideas, and you can go straight to that show and find it and watch it all night long until somebody falls asleep and wakes up again and like, man, I just missed the last 2 episodes. Let's go back. Nah, we're not doing that.
What's happening, Hills?
It was like, oh, what's up, Kobe? All right, y'all. So here we go. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna share ours throughout the course of the conversation. But we're also, I asked this question on my feed earlier and also in our group today, for couples specifically in the group. And I want to bounce over there real quick while we're talking and see what people are recommending and see if that's anything that we watch or it lines up. So let me jump over to the group real quick. All right, where's it at? I'm gonna have to just search for it. All right, so babe, read what they said they who most recently, or the most recent binge watch show.
And where? In your on your
No, right here. Somebody, whoever commented on that question we asked in here.
Oh, we already said it. The Cosby Show is the only one.
Anybody else?
Nope. The Beatty said nothing that she can think of lately. I said that's probably a good thing. Y'all not watching TV, y'all reading books.
And if it's a little we ain't gonna look at we ain't gonna look at nobody different. We're not gonna look at nobody any different. If you got some stuff, you're like, y'all watch that. We got some. I don't know if we got any shows like that. We be trying to sneak because the kids be wanting to walk. Can we watch this too? Nah, go in the other room. Can't watch this one.
All of them are questionable at this point. What's on regular TV now today? It's crazy.
All right, so let me see what this. Let's see what. All right, here's what the couple said. And these are recommended couples binge watch shows. All right, so somebody said nothing. We don't agree on anything. The Ozarks. All right, so I've heard of the Ozarks a lot, and I see it's like one of the trending Netflix shows. And we started to watch it, that first episode, and then somebody walked in, and we couldn't finish, and we ended up going to sleep and forgetting about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we sat down like that alone to watch TV. Well, we watched something the other night, a movie, and it got interrupted too. So we're going to have to put some laws down. Y'all stay on the other room.
Lock the kids in their rooms.
I mean, we want to watch it on the big screen. So the Ozarks, I've heard about that. Who has heard of the Ozarks? Let us know if you've heard of the Ozarks, and if it is binge-worthy for couples. So I guess it's like a family story is what I read on Netflix before we got on here. And the first day, all we just seen was everybody get executed.
Yeah, so it didn't stick with me, and movies don't typically stick with me. So
I think we didn't get to watch the whole first episode. Yeah, I think if we'd have watched the whole first episode, we'd have got a little bit more content because they were still trying to slowly introduce characters in the what's going to happen. So, all right.
Parenthood, somebody agrees with me. Parenthood is awesome. I loved it. Yes.
All right, Parenthood. So that is one that we had on our list, and that was actually not number one. This is not in any particular order, but it was the first one written down on our list, Parenthood. So she started out watching it by herself, and then I'd come in and catch a little bit of it, start watching, and we watch a few episodes, and it got to be where the whole family was watching Parenthood together. And I think like you ended up watching the rest of the series, maybe with the boys or with the kids or something, because JC would have been at school.
Yep, the boys loved it.
And so they loved it.
Still relate to talk about the characters.
Joshua will bring up what do you have?
The little boy that had autism.
Yeah, autism. Joshua will bring him up and ask questions about it. So it was a good family show and couple. So we could watch it alone. And if the kids walked in, they could sit and join and watch it with us. So I agree that is a good one to watch. And I would have never, ever chose that show. I would have never sat down and watched that show. But after watching enough episodes and getting caught up in the characters and their storylines and all the drama that was going on, we actually watched the last one with you guys, I think.
Did you?
That's where Grandpa died, right? Yeah, Grandpa died. Hopefully I didn't spoil it for anybody, but I just did if you ain't never watched it. You'll forget by the time it gets to that though. But Parenthood is a good one. All right. Let me see what y'all saying over here. Comment section of this live.
The Beatty said, "This Is Us." They were watching at one point. And Colby said they just started The Last Dance. Is that a good one? I hadn't heard of The Last Dance.
Yeah, you didn't watch it with us.
Y'all
you can go ahead and give it the real name, Colby. The Michael Jordan Story.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Oh.
So yeah. We were supposed to watch it on Monday. That was part of the drama that we talked about earlier in the week. So we're not going to rehash that today. That drama's already gone. We passed over. I watched The Last Dance, and so did the boys with me, and I'm ready for Sunday. I'm good to go. All right. All right. So I lost my page. Oh, somebody said This Is Us. So that is not on our list, but I want it to be on our list.
Yeah.
But that no, this is two different. This is a list of other people recommended. This Is Us right here.
Oh.
So that is something that I want to, but you never got into it. So we tried to watch an episode together, or maybe at separate times. I got a few episodes in, and I wanted to watch it with her. She's like, I ain't really interested in it. So
it was good. I just don't know what it didn't draw me to want to watch like some of the ones that I really enjoyed.
So I want to watch This Is Us. I think that could go on the list. And then there's somebody I'm connected with on Facebook has family member in that show. So now I'm even more interested in it because I see their trajectory and see how they've done it. So that piques my interest as well. But mostly I just hear it's a great show. Sounds like a family focused show. I don't really know too much about it other than people are talking about it like it's crazy, and we got like it's good and crazy in a good way, and we got to watch it. So that might go on our list as watching. So we'll see.
Somebody said Columbo. That's your dad's show, isn't it?
I don't want to hear about Columbo. Man, Sunday, Columbo and my dad, couldn't nobody in the house come downstairs where he was watching Columbo without having major issues pop off because we interrupted him watching Columbo. So I'm not fans of Columbo right now because we come out from out of town and he wouldn't even come up out the basement to come and say anything because he's watching, because it's at that time it's Columbo.
Columbo hour.
So we go down there and I've kind of messed with him and start talking and you know,
he likes to pick with people when they're into something and he don't care about it. He wants to pick with you and not let you enjoy the show.
Columbo is so fake. I'm like, did they just solve it that quick? That's how he solved it. That's how he solved it. All right. So Columbo's not going on our list, y'all. Modern Family. Have we watched? Nah, I wasn't into Modern Family.
I don't know what it is.
Nah. So Modern Family, I think maybe just went off, but it was a very popular show. I never got into it. I don't even know how to describe it to you.
I probably would love it.
All right. Let me see what else. American Housewife. Never heard of that? Have you? All right. So let's get back to our list. We'll get back to the other list as well. So we got Parenthood is on the list. Also, and I just wrote these down, so I don't know if she's agreeing with these, but All American, which just recently concluded its second season. I don't know if they're coming with a third season or what, but I started to watch it. Our oldest son, teenager, 14-year-old, started to watch it. He would watch it separately. Every once in a while we'd watch it together. He binge watches way faster than I do, so I couldn't watch with him. And then I was trying to catch up with him and started watching it one night, binge watching, and you sat down and started watching it and got into it. It was about the football player who's playing for one school, but it's
talking about All American.
Yeah,
we finished it.
But you know it though, right? Okay, yeah. So we binge watched that together, and I thought that was a great show that we all got caught up into. And she didn't even watch it from the beginning. You caught middle of second season.
I did. I just didn't watch it with y'all at the beginning.
Okay, and then, but here's how we act though when we binge watch. I've been watching it, trying to catch up with Jackson because he got ahead of me. Then we finally sit down. It's like, I'm committed to watching this bad boy the rest of the night. It's like a Saturday during quarantine, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it. Your boy fell asleep on the last episode. I woke up and it was over, and I'm looking at Josh was there. I'm like, did I fall asleep on the last episode? No, it was actually a Sunday.
I don't know.
Whatever, it was a Sunday because on Monday I was like, I'm determined to watch it. So I got up and I couldn't start working until I watched All American. So I had to take the first 45 minutes of my work day, push everything back 45 minutes and watch All American, because I could not bear that I was the only one in the household who wanted to watch it more than anybody who didn't finish it. So
right, Ken, right.
What do you say?
The emoji that's like
I was hurt because in that part of it, it was a long night. That was probably 3:00 night, wasn't it?
It was a late night.
It's 3 a.m. So I'm thinking like, man, I don't made it this far.
I don't think that was a Sunday.
No, it was a Sunday night, wasn't it?
No.
It had to have been a Saturday night then.
Yeah, Saturday.
It had been Saturday night. And then all day Sunday, I was just wasn't right. And I couldn't watch it. We was watching other stuff. So I was like, man, I'm gonna watch this bad boy before my work week starts. Because once I kicked in with work, I wasn't gonna be able to start again until Friday night. So I was like, I can't do it. So All American. So that's our two so far: Parenthood, All American, and I got a couple in here that we've watched separately.
Someone's competitive. You got that right, Nicole.
What? Someone's competitive? Yeah. What?
You had to watch the show because everybody, you couldn't be left out.
Then we couldn't talk about, no, here's the issue. It's the last episode and it was building up the climax. You know, all this is going to happen. No, now I got to walk around worrying about them talking about the show and messing it up for me. So I was like, no, that's not going to happen. I got a TV in my office. I went in there, closed the door. First 45 minutes of work was watching All American. Then I'm caught up. Now me and Jackson can talk about it because Homeboy will watch ahead of me of all the shows we're supposed to watch together. And then then they start talking about it around me. Mess it all up. All right. All right. So where we at? All right. We'll get to these two last because we haven't watched them together, but we watched them separately, I believe.
Which two?
With our initials next to it. All right. So here's another one.
Let it go.
Here's another one. And I don't know if this is like binge watch worthy, but it's a pretty cool show. And this is more family oriented too, is Family Reunion with the triplet. What's her name? Tia, Tamara, and Stephana, the Maori sisters. Everybody says that she looks like them. But I don't know which Tia. Well, I think it's Tia, Maori sister or whatever. I don't know what their last name is now, but that's her show. And it's their family who moved in with her father-in-law, mother-in-law's house in Georgia. They moved from Seattle and all that. But the show, I thought it was going to be corny at first because it looked like one of them corny shows.
It is.
But when you watch it, I get into it.
I don't really care.
You don't get into it. The kids get into it. So maybe that's not a couples binge watch show, but it's a good Cosby-ish type of feel, but just not at that level.
Yeah.
So
I could watch it, but I'm fine not watching it too.
So you're not gonna binge watch with us? You're not gonna binge watch with me?
No, I'm not gonna binge watch it.
Yeah, that's probably not binge watch for couples because I don't see us sitting up all night watching that. I kind of watch that when I know the kids are going to be around. It's like, okay, let's watch this together because I don't want to watch a cartoonish show and I don't want to watch one that is. I mean, we don't watch every single superhero show in the world, Marvel, DC. So it's like I'm actually done with them until they come out with some new ones. So
I think that's just not my type of humor. Doris? I much rather dry humor than over the top.
Is it over the top humor?
I think it is.
The mom makes the show. So Toy, you talking about oh yes.
Family Reunion.
Yeah, she be clowning. She last episode that I watched, she had to fill in for her son who got hurt in a game of 2-on-2 and she had to fill in and win and she dunked on somebody. So she don't like that. But me and Joshua was like, oh, we enjoyed it. All right.
I'm watching Got with Colby from season 1.
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Where is Game of Thrones? What channel is that? Because I don't think we get it. We got Netflix, we got YouTube TV, we got Disney Plus, and we got Amazon Prime. So I think some of like Game of Thrones, The Wire, Power, I think all those shows we don't have access to. Let me see what other folks are saying on these other streams. All right.
HBO. Yeah, we
HBO. Yeah, we're on HBO. Let me refresh this. So, all right. So we got Parenthood, All American, Family Reunion that got cut out. My wife said, no, that's not for us. That's not for the couples. That's just for the family and the kids. Greenleaf. Who's watched Greenleaf? Give us a little hand wave or something. Say us, if you watch Greenleaf.
I binge watched Greenleaf, and that was kind of before quarantine, that was my workout show. So while I was on the treadmill or the Stairmaster, I would watch an episode.
You was watching that on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I could never watch it with her because I always noticed that like so much had changed by the time we sat down and watched again of the episode because they had gone through a whole another life trajectory because she had been watching 4 or 5 episodes in between me. And so I stopped watching it because I couldn't watch it with her. And no, I'm not overly competitive. I just want to enjoy it without somebody telling me what's going on. But I think that is a good show to sit down and watch, binge watch, with your spouse, enjoy it. It's I didn't see a whole lot of it, so I can't talk on it, but the parts that I saw, I did get into it. And then I'd come back later and be like, oh, they didn't have a baby, and they didn't did this. Now they divorced.
It's a bunch of filth is really what it is. It's this.
So that's you like the filth shows. You don't like that's the show you really get into.
Drama, but it was just.
What was your old show that I got kicked out of the room for? Scandal.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get kicked out of the room for Scandal because it was just over the top to me.
Yeah.
Over the top drama.
See, if it's something over the top for me and he's enjoying it, I'll just let him enjoy it. I'll go to another TV. I'm not going to ruin it for him but he likes to sit and make remarks and make jokes and just ruin it instead of just You don't, I don't enjoy it. I'm gonna let you enjoy it.
I struggle when it's so over the top drama. I'm like, and I can tell you what's going to happen. Now I'm like, okay, we're getting
But he likes superhero movies.
because I know
That's
it's not
not
supposed to
over
be
the
real.
top.
Because I know it's not supposed to be real. So when you know it's not supposed to be real, then you're like, okay, I can get into this because I know it's just a matter of okay, what special effects, what amazing battles and fights are going to happen, what power that nobody else can step up to can this person have. That's what you get into with that. So see, now you got to change your perspective when you watch superhero shows with us. That's what the kids get into, and that's what I get into. You
And
out?
I'm good with that.
You
Y'all
out?
can enjoy it. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, can I tell our story? Oh, we're almost out of time. Story. Was it Star Wars? Either Star Wars series or Marvel. I don't remember which one. And we always go as a family when the new movie comes out. And whatever it was, I don't know if you fell asleep all the way, but she was like, I don't need to be here anymore. I don't need to go to these anymore. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna force you if it's that unenjoyable for you when we're all in there enjoying it, loving it. She's kind of miserable. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So the next time it comes around, I'm gonna get 4 tickets. I gotta get 5 because now she wants to go again because she just don't want to be left out. I'm thinking like, babe, you did not want to see this movie.
It's family time.
So we got the 5th ticket, and we've always gotten the 5th ticket since then. But I don't know if she really
It's
enjoys
not because I love the movies. It's because I love being with my family.
And it's intense. I mean, it's stressful. You're gonna get to the movie that first time because we gotta get our seats. So that makes it worse for her too. So I'm thinking like we're just gonna get these 4. We're gonna enjoy it no matter how stressful it is because we love it. And when we get there, we're gonna just be like, yeah, acting all crazy and stuff. But all right, yeah, that was a side note. Let's get back to our list. All right, so we got Parenthood, All American, Family Reunion, Nope, Greenleaf. Yep. That's what
Star Wars is your guaranteed me day. That means you don't go to the movie, you let them go, and you get the day to yourself. Is that what that means, Toya?
Wait, nobody else in the house watches Star Wars? Not even Kobe?
No. She says Star Wars is her guaranteed
Oh, her
me
day.
day.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds like she doesn't go and she gets the day
See?
to herself.
There you go.
Maybe I should do that. Go to the spa.
There you
I
go.
love my family enough to let them enjoy Star Wars. Yes. That's a spa day.
There you go. Thank you.
Mhm.
You just blessed us with that one. All right, let's wrap these up before we get to 5:30. All right, so Ozark is something that's on our potential list. We haven't watched it yet. We started but got interrupted. This Is Us is on the list that we both said we should try to go start from the beginning and watch that. And Family Reunion, no. Now here's 2 shows that we watch separately, but they're not super, super long as far as like long, multiple seasons. I think mine is like 2 seasons. Yours is probably 2 episodes, but long. It's Self-Made, Madam C.J. Walker's story. You watched that with JC or alone. Great movie, great show.
Yeah,
it was like 2 long episodes.
No, it was several episodes, but it was long. It was not. I watched it in a night.
Okay,
so
not
real long.
That's one that I think would be great for couples and the Get Down. So it's been out for a while. The episode, they haven't done anything new. I think it was 2 seasons. For me, growing up in the hip hop era, I loved it. She didn't get a chance to watch it. I think I watched that by myself. But I think especially if you're in our generation where you grew up on that hip hop back then when it was just getting started and all that, and starting to hear all the names that they were mentioning and talking about, I think that is a great show or binge-worthy show for you guys to watch. All right. And the last one, I'm gonna put this out there. Haven't watched it yet, but I think it's gonna be kind of hard. I started watching it but didn't finish it because it got heavy. Is When They See Us. With the I think they call it the Central Park 5 with the boys that got accused of I think raping a woman or something like that. That was a while back, maybe a year or so ago now. But I think that would be good if you want a different tone of show to watch and kind of get serious. But it got heavy with me just the way they treated those boys and and all that. But if you don't know about it, Google it, you'll see it. Brings up a good conversation about how do you operate when everyone else in the family likes, but you don't. Yeah, that is a good conversation. We might have to talk about that in depth later on. So those are ours. What are they, babe? Recap. Which ones have we watched? Which ones are we going to watch next?
We watched Parenthood. We watched Family Reunion a little bit, and All American.
All right.
And I think we agree This Is Us will be good.
Yeah, This Is Us. I want to try to watch Ozark. Now I've been watching the show and I'm too, you might, I don't know if I'm really, really into it or just like kind of captivated, like what's going on here is the heist. So it's kind of messing with me. I'm like, man, do I really, really like it or not? I started watching it the other day. I forgot when it was. and I've watched a few episodes now. I haven't binge watched like multiple episodes at a time, but it seemed like something. I thought it was going to be like 4 episodes and over. And I looked up, I was like, man, this thing is long. So I'm wondering how they're going to keep that going. You have to look at the storyline for so many episodes to, before they get to the end. So that's a show potentially for me, not necessarily family wholesome.
Which one, Dolores? She said, yeah, I can't watch that one. The Ozarks?
No, I think she's talking about the little, is it When They See Us? I think that's the name of it. About the boys in heart that got a long time ago. So, all right, that's a wrap, y'all. Gave you some ideas, gave you some of ours. Hopefully share some more ideas. If you're watching this on replay and you came later, drop in the comments your top most binge watch worthy show as a couple, and just some of your favorite shows that you've been binge watch, because this will be a good list to come back to later. And for other people, especially while we're quarantined, our stay-at-home order is supposed to start being lifted on May 2nd. So maybe other states are as well. I don't know where everybody's joining us from, but if we're staying at home any longer, this can give us some things to do when we have nothing to do and we want to just veg out. Not recommend doing this all the time, which we don't, but every once in a while, it's good to have one that you can both get into instead of being in 2 separate rooms watching something. So our goal is to find something that couples can watch and enjoy together. And not just do it for the other person or almost spending time with the family, but really get into it. So you have some more conversations, topics and stuff. One thing that we teach our couples is you want to have, to stay connected, you want to have small interactions and shared experiences. So it's kind of like that person that you knew way back in the day and you haven't seen each other for years. You get back together, you kind of hit it off where you just last left off. However, after a certain period of time of the conversation, it kind of dies off because you have no new experiences or interactions. So you want to continue to do that with your spouse. So that way you don't run dry in your conversation. You got funny stuff to talk about, non-important stuff, important stuff, family business, as many different interactions and connection points as you possibly can will help you to continue to grow together. All right. I feel like I said that all in one breath. Trying to get done, but it's 5:31. So, all right, y'all. If you haven't already joined the group, check out our new website, happilymarriedcouples.com. We got a free gift for you there. You'll see it as soon as you get to the page. Grab that free gift. Check it out. Quick, super quick and actionable stuff that you can get from it. Share this Facebook Live and the resource that you get from Happily Married Couples with your other couples as well. And we got an event that we're doing next Thursday. We will share details of that tomorrow. So come back tomorrow. It's for couples, couples who are in business or ministry together. So if you are a couple or know a couple who's in business together or works together in some capacity or a ministry together, you want to be here for that event. And the event is free. So you ain't got to go nowhere, of course, quarantine, right from your computer. So there's going to be some other people with us. So check that out. We'll give you details tomorrow. But until then,
have a good rest of your Thursday evening. We'll see you tomorrow at 5.
See y'all.